We finally got rid of all the chickens. All 8 houses are gone. Eric finished selling last night. That was the end of it. As you can see, we're already starting to get ready for the next flock. With this flock, it's a little different than our last several flocks. We are actually doing a total 100% clean out, something we haven't done, I'm gonna say 5 or 6 years. And what that means, if you're not familiar with the chicken business, is all this chicken litter, this here, will be pushed up with a bobcat and either loaded on a truck or a spreader truck and taken out to be used for fertilizer.
Hey guys.
About time you show up to work.
I've been here an hour. Where have you been?
Oh.
Exactly. What are you doing, rambling?
Pretty much. So along with our clean out, we're going to be going through washing down these walls, doing some disinfecting, all kinds of stuff to get these houses good and clean. You can see we started spraying a little bit on these walls here, but about to get the tank filled up with water, go through, do some more cleaning. Eric's gonna go through and get his houses ready for the litter to come out. So we've got a crew that's coming in and they're helping us actually clean the litter out and hauling it and spreading it. So nice to have a little bit of help. Eric had to do some repairs on the well yesterday. This here basically is a gigantic holding tank for the well. The water for the well dumps in, but a lot of times when we're filling up the washer, we'll use this little contraption here. I can show you how it works shortly, but it's a good way to provide water to the chicken houses or to fill up anything you want to quickly with well water. While I got the tractor warming up, I'm gonna pull back down to my farm and I'll show y'all a little bit of kind of the chicken house clean out as far as cleaning out the litter. So they've been working on some of my houses. I sold birds a few days before Eric. One house has been fully cleaned out. So they've gotten all the litter out on a couple days ago. We had some rain, so it kind of held everything up, but so I'm going to go back through and do just a little bit of tidying up. I have some clean out boards. There was some litter on top of the clean out board, so I've actually gotten it off. Now I just need to go back through and scoop just a little bit of that up. As you can see, I've been washing these walls as well, getting everything sprayed down and clean. I want to go through and do a little bit of cleaning on the ceiling above these vents. It's gotten to where there's a lot of dust collecting, and so just as much as we can clean up in the time that we've got, which is hopefully about 21 days. That's a little more than what we usually have, or that's what we're aiming for. So I just have gotten back the results from my chickens. Eric actually, since he held 2 houses over the weekend, we won't be competing with each other, so it'll be the next week before he actually knows how he did. My birds ended up -5. I had about 85% livability, I think, which is awful. So I'm in another house. They actually were working in this house last night, but you can see they've come through and they've pushed up a bunch of this litter. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll come in, when there's no spreader trucks running, and they'll just start piling this litter towards the end door. So now they've mostly got it pushed up. They'll probably be running 4 or 5, maybe even more trucks today. And when those trucks are back to back to back, it's hard to get in here and push up litter and load trucks. So if you can get in here and kind of get you some litter stockpiled, it makes it a whole lot easier when those trucks are back to back. Then you just keep loading and keep loading, and it just allows your production to be that much higher. Got a little calf that decided to jump out. He's not supposed to be in there. But like I was saying, those trucks will be rolling in and they'll be able to load this litter up, and then they can do some cleanup around these corners. There will be a little bit of downtime, but hopefully they're gonna get a bunch of this litter knocked out. We've got several pretty days ahead, so it'll be a good timing to spread litter. We'll also be heading back into the hay field. We've got another field to cut, which is about half a mile from the house, and we're really hoping to get it cut and get some chicken litter on it before these guys are done cleaning out these houses. So I'm guessing my electric fence got unplugged because it runs into one of these houses that they're cleaning out. And so he probably just got a little nosy. All right, well, now that y'all have gotten the gist of what it looks like with the cleaning out, my tractor should be warmed up, so I'm gonna go start washing some houses down. So to get the best benefit out of this sprayer, I think what I'm going to do is spray the walls and then come back and spray the ceilings. If you get too much spraying going at one time, you start losing pressure. And so we're going to try it out that way and see how it goes. We'll get these vents closed up, get everything ready. There's a few places we have to bypass spraying. Our controllers and everything are actually in the house. Some people have control rooms outside of the actual chicken house. Since we obviously don't spray any water near that. But everything else is about fair game. See what we got after one lap. You can see here where all this is dry and that is wet there. So that's kind of the line of spraying. So pretty much the goal with the first lap is kind of get everything wet, get all that dust away. It was real bad dusty on the tractor. But now I think this second round, and I'm actually going to turn on my ceiling sprayers too, but I think this second round should knock a lot more dust off. It's kind of like, get it wet, let it soak, and now let's see what round 2 can do. So this house here has been washed down, the litter's been cleaned out, and then we've gone back in and just done some kind of cleaning up along the wall. Now I'm gonna take the Bobcat through, get all that pushed out of this house, and then we'll be ready for our PLT to go down on the floor. It's basically serving as our disinfectant, and then before long we'll be putting sawdust in. So everything's moving along well. We'll try to get a little video. They're cleaning out Eric's chicken houses now, mostly on spreader trucks, but they are using a conveyor and loading a big truck, I think 1 load a day. Getting that chicken litter gone, but everything's coming right along. So we're about a week and a half out from getting birds, we think, so we're in good shape right now. All right, after a couple of Bobcat bucket loads, we are all ready for PLT, at least at my farm. We get all the lights shut off. Got indoors open on both ends, and just kind of letting the air flow through these houses, air them out as much as we possibly can. We got great weather right now. They're still up there cleaning out Eric's. Eric doesn't have the clean out boards in his houses, so when I bought this farm, I did some work to it. Oh man, I still got half a house to go. Well, I got half a house to go in the back. Not bad, but I'll save that for tomorrow. So I've already put everything up. Like I was saying, Eric's houses, they don't have the clean out board, so there'll be a little bit more work involved in cleaning out between the posts. When I bought my farm, I did some work on them and went ahead and put those clean out boards in. The clean out boards that I put in basically go all the way around, and it blocks the litter from getting in between those posts. But when you're running skid steer through here, you can just basically push right up against that board, and it helps get everything out. The only thing you have to be careful about is pushing litter over that board on top. Getting all my houses shut down for the day and opened up, and I'm gonna go check on the clean out crew up at Eric's. We're getting close to wrapping up the clean out part. So I'm up at Eric's farm. I got a bunch of litter hauled out over the weekend. We spent a bunch of time in the hayfield, so I haven't really gotten to do much videoing of what's going on. I mentioned it a little bit. So Eric doesn't have the clean out board. So you see, it makes it hard to get in and get all that litter cleaned out without just spending much time. So Eric's going back through. They put an 80-inch bucket on the Bobcat, and he's just going through peeling as much away from the wall as he can. Be careful because these walls are spray foam. If you get in there too close, you'll start peeling the foam off. If you hit it too hard, you'll start pushing boards out. We'll go back through now with a rake or a shovel and finish cleaning some of that out. Get all that litter hauled out of here. Then we can go back through, put the PLT down, sawdust. There goes another load. It's gonna be slow getting all that out, I guess you could say. But it'll be worth it in the long run. It's kind of like when you clean out these houses, you know, it doesn't happen often. And you're kind of getting a fresh start. So you want to get a full fresh start, get all that litter away from the walls and do everything that you can. Because it'll be a while before you get that option again. We'll walk in one of my houses. So I had a guy come yesterday and he put out a heavy load of PLT, poultry litter treatment, which is usually used for ammonia control. But we're putting it down basically as a disinfectant. I don't know if y'all can see the little bitty white granules. If you look down there, it's kind of almost foggy looking, and that's from that PLT. So this house here is ready for sawdust. We had some nice little rain showers yesterday, so it was good timing to get all that litter out, get it spread on pastures and hayfield. So we're getting close to putting the sawdust back in. My farm is ready for sawdust. We're putting the finishing touches on Eric's farm. But we're going back through and getting the last little bit out. Let me grab my shovel. We'll head down there. So right here is what we're doing. We're just cleaning out those corners and those edges a little bit. Pulling that chicken litter out here. And then we'll go back through with the Bobcat, get that last little bit cleaned out. And then these houses will be ready for PLT. Eric's down here pretending like he's been working. Wait for it.
How many houses did you tell him you rate? I know what the comments come and go in.
We haven't gone into numbers.
I figured you were going to go back with, whose houses are we in? I did help you put the cleanout boards in yours though, that's a good idea.
Yeah. 9 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Mm-hmm.
You think they were worth it?
Definitely.
Would you put concrete behind them if you had to do it over again instead of gravel? If you could afford it?
Yeah. We didn't have the time.
Or the mice couldn't drill in there. I'm listening to Jocko. You save those Jocko podcasts for things like this.
What do you think would happen if we just turned on like one fan?
The only thing I know what happened is the power bills start going up.
Well, that's your power bill, so.
So leave it off.
Be right back. And I'm gonna turn on 2. All right, we got 2 fans on. I'm gonna close up these indoors and get back to raking. We've got right at 3/4 of a house to go. You can almost see the finish line. This house here is nearly done. We've already gone through, we've raked away from the walls, then we've taken the 6-way blade with the tractor and we've pulled that out some more, just because if you run that Bobcat trying to get litter too close to the wall, it'll push some back into the wall. you don't want to spend all that time raking it and then turn around and push some of it back into the wall. So I'm gonna take this load, go spread it on our pasture close by here. We're almost done cleaning out the litter. So I just found out yesterday, which was Monday, that I'm getting chickens back a week from this coming Thursday. Eric will be getting chickens back a week from this coming Friday. So roughly a week and a half to get sawdust in, get all the houses ready. We're planning on charging these water lines, making sure they're good and clean. We want to spray them down as well. So get them clean on the outside, but also on the inside. And that's kind of the bulk of what we want to do. There's some other little things like, you know, we always have some light bulbs that need working on, changing out some porcelain fixtures, that sort of thing. Our plan is to full house brood this coming flock, which means we will start the baby chickens out in the full house. So we've got to have front to back this house ready. It's never a good sign when you leave the farm loaded and you also return loaded. So got over there, start spreading, and this happened. I don't know if that piece of metal had gotten bent somehow and the chain got under it, or if the chain was so loose that it dipped back under it, but add that to the to-do list.
Didn't expect to be cranking the torch up today.
One little bitty piece of metal caused about 2 hours of trouble. All right, we got the spreader truck worked on. Went ate lunch, now I got a full belly. Let's try it again. This is a house that we were raking a little bit ago in the video. So I ran the little blade back through. I actually didn't do a video of that, but I've moved everything, you know, from here over here. Just makes it easier for Eric to clean up and not push it back towards the wall. Bring the spreader truck over so he can throw some litter on it. Y'all do me a favor, cross your fingers that this thing holds together, because after we get done with litter, we got 8 chicken houses of sawdust to put in. We do have one more spreader truck, but we need both of them. basically slowly trying to unload it, because the last thing we need is a broken chain with a bed full of litter.
That's why you pay your tithe.
We got the last load of chicken litter out just in time. As I was headed up the road with it, Trey was headed down the road to put out some PLT, so worked out nicely.